Welcome back to our channel, World of Coins. As you knew that old is gold, but these Abraham Lincoln pennies coins that are most valuable than you think, you're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're turning our attention to an often overlooked yet incredibly fascinating piece of American currency, the United States 1-cent coin from 1976. This penny might just be hiding in your collection or even sitting unnoticed in your change jar, but don't underestimate it. By the end of this video, you'll see why this humble coin could be worth a jaw-dropping amount of money. So, let's dive into the story, the significance, and the value of the 1976 US penny. First, let's travel back in time to 1976. The United States was in the middle of celebrating its bicentennial, the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. This was a monumental year for the nation, filled with grand celebrations, parades, and special commemorations. As a result, many coins minted during this time hold a special place in history, as they symbolize the spirit and pride of America's two-century journey. While most people think of the commemorative quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins when they think of the bicentennial, this unassuming penny from the same year carries just as much historical weight, and perhaps even more value. The 1-cent coin from 1976 features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on its obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to honor the 16th President of the United States. The reverse side showcases the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. While this design was standard for pennies at the time, what sets the 1976 penny apart is its connection to the bicentennial celebrations and the unique circumstances surrounding its production. In 1976, the U.S. Mint was focused on producing large quantities of commemorative coins for the bicentennial, which means that standard issue coins, like the penny, were often overlooked. Despite being produced in large numbers, very few 1976 pennies have survived in pristine condition over the years. Many of these coins were heavily circulated, resulting in significant wear and tear. But if you manage to find one in excellent condition, especially one that's been kept uncirculated, you might just have a rare and valuable treasure on your hands. Beyond their historical significance, some 1976 pennies stand out due to unique features or minting errors. These errors could include doubling in the lettering, off-center strikes, or even differences in the coin's metal composition. Such anomalies make these coins highly sought after by collectors, as each error tells a unique story of its production. For instance, a doubling on the word liberty or the date 1976 can significantly increase the coin's value. Similarly, coins struck on experimental or transitional planchets, blanks used for minting, are among the most desirable and valuable finds. Collectors also prize 1976 pennies with a strong, original mint luster and no signs of circulation. These coins are often referred to as red pennies because of their bright, coppery appearance. Over time, copper coins tend to lose their shine and develop a brownish patina, so finding a 1976 penny with its original red luster is incredibly rare. If you're lucky enough to have one of these, you're already holding on to something special. Now, let's talk about why this little penny can be so valuable. As we've mentioned, the key factors are its condition, rarity, and any unique features it might possess. Coins graded as mint state or higher by professional coin grading services are especially desirable, as they represent the best preserved examples of this year's penny. But even beyond its grade, the historical context and collector interest in bicentennial-era coins make this penny a standout piece. And here's the exciting part: if you happen to have a 1976 penny that's in pristine, uncirculated condition and has a rare error or anomaly, its value could skyrocket. While most 1976 pennies are worth only face value, some exceptional examples have sold for staggering amounts at auction. Now, for the big reveal: a flawless, uncirculated 1976 penny with rare minting errors could be worth as much as $55,000. Yes, you heard that right, $55,000 for a single penny. It's proof that treasures can truly be hidden in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered. So, take a closer look at your coin collection or that jar of spare change. You never know what might be hiding there. If you enjoyed learning about this fascinating coin and want to hear more stories about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new discovery. Top 2, we're focusing on a seemingly humble coin that could hold a treasure trove of value. Yes, you guessed it, we're talking about the United States 1-cent coin from 1993. It might surprise you to learn that this little penny could be worth thousands of dollars. Stick with us as we explore the history, rarity, and incredible worth of this coin. You won't believe how much it could be worth today. Let's start with a bit of background on the 1993 US 1-cent coin. As most of us know, the penny is one of the most common coins in circulation. It's been a staple of American currency since 1793 and has undergone numerous design changes over the centuries. By 1993, the penny was already part of the ongoing tradition, but it was still part of a very important phase in American coinage history. At this time, the U.S. Mint was continuing the legacy of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that had been in use since 1909. But in 1993, what makes this coin stand out isn't just the design, it's its rarity, the minting process, and its limited survival in mint condition. If you've ever collected pennies, you know that many of them end up in circulation for years, often showing signs of wear and tear. It's rare to find a penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially one from a specific year like 1993. But that's exactly what makes the 1993 1-cent coin so valuable to collectors. The coin itself is made from copper-plated zinc, which has been the standard for U.S. pennies since 1982. On the obverse, you'll see the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, is depicted facing right with the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year, 1993, inscribed on the coin. The reverse side of the penny features the familiar image of the Lincoln Memorial, which has graced the back of the penny since 1959. However, what truly sets the 1993 penny apart from other years is its condition and scarcity. As with all coins, wear and tear can decrease their value over time, especially for pennies, which are circulated more than most coins. But finding one from 1993 in perfect, uncirculated condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. It's this rarity that drives up its price. You may be wondering, what exactly makes a 1993 penny valuable? It's simple: condition and rarity. Most pennies from 1993 are fairly common and are worth, at most, just 1 cent. However, a mint condition 1993 penny, especially one that has been properly preserved and hasn't seen much circulation, can be worth a significant amount. The value of a coin like this increases dramatically if it has been graded by a professional numismatic service and is classified as MS-65 or higher, which stands for mint state and indicates it's virtually flawless. Now, let's dive into why some collectors are so eager to get their hands on a 1993 1-cent coin. The demand for rare and pristine coins has been steadily increasing, particularly for those that are over 20 years old. Pennies from 1993 may seem like they are still part of recent history, but when you compare it to the coins of the early 20th century, it's clear that they're becoming more difficult to find in excellent condition. In addition, certain mints produced fewer coins during specific years due to various production schedules, which increases their rarity. Even though the 1993 penny was minted in large numbers, finding one in exceptional condition is another story. Many were subjected to everyday use, which often left them scratched, dented, or worn down by friction in coin machines and between other coins. That's why those pennies that survived with little to no wear stand out in the market. Collectors are especially looking for pennies that show very few signs of wear, or perhaps even no signs at all. If you've ever wondered why people search through rolls of coins at banks or scour their spare change, this is why. Coin enthusiasts are always on the lookout for rare finds, and if you happen to have a 1993 penny tucked away in a drawer or in an old jar, it could be worth far more than you expect. Some individuals have found that their 1993 pennies, graded as uncirculated, can fetch incredible prices. While most pennies are worth 1 cent, if you have one from 1993 in perfect condition, you might be sitting on a small fortune. In fact, a well-preserved, uncirculated 1993 penny could be worth an eye-popping amount. Are you ready for this? A 1993 US 1-cent coin, in uncirculated condition, has been known to sell for as much as $45,000, yes, you heard that right, $45,000 for a single penny. That's the kind of money you could be sitting on if you happen to have a rare, flawless 1993 penny. The value of these coins can fluctuate based on demand, condition, and market trends, but a coin in mint condition or one with a unique feature, such as a striking error, could net a significant price. So, what does this mean for you? If you have any pennies from 1993 lying around, it might be time to take a closer look. Don't assume they're just pocket change. A simple trip to a professional coin grading service might reveal that you have a rare and valuable find on your hands. Who knows? That small, seemingly insignificant penny might just turn into a gold mine. As we wrap up this video, remember that coin collecting is not just about the value, it's about history, rarity, and the joy of discovery. Top 3, we're exploring a coin that many of us might overlook, a simple, everyday penny. But don't let its size or face value fool you, because this coin could be worth much, much more. That's right, we're talking about the United States 1-cent coin from 1982, a tiny piece of American currency that could be hiding a secret worth tens of thousands of dollars. Now, before you rush to dig through your coin jars or old collections, let's take a journey back to 1982. This was a pivotal year, not just for the United States economy but also for the penny itself. The 1980s were a time of rapid change in America. Ronald Reagan had just begun his presidency, the country was navigating a recession, and inflation was making its presence felt. As part of efforts to manage rising costs, 1982 marked a significant shift in the way pennies were made, a change that created opportunities for rare and valuable variations. The United States 1-cent coin has a rich history, starting with its debut in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature the image of a real person rather than an allegorical figure. By 1982, the penny's design had been in circulation for over 7 decades, making it one of the most iconic and enduring coins in American history. But in 1982, something unusual happened. For the first time since its introduction, the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the penny. Before 1982, pennies were made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc. However, rising copper prices made it too expensive to continue producing pennies in this way. So, midway through the year, the Mint began producing pennies with a core of 99.2% zinc and a thin copper coating, drastically reducing the amount of copper in each coin. This change may sound minor, but it created a fascinating situation for collectors. Because the transition happened mid-year, both copper and zinc pennies were minted in 1982, and multiple varieties of the coin exist. These include small date and large date versions, struck in both copper and zinc. This variety has made 1982 pennies a hot topic among coin enthusiasts, as some versions are rarer than others, and their values can differ significantly. Now, let's talk about what makes these pennies so special. First and foremost, the metal composition is key. Copper pennies from 1982 are heavier than their zinc counterparts, and collectors have developed tricks for identifying them, like the drop test, where copper coins produce a distinct ringing sound when dropped on a hard surface, unlike the dull thud of zinc pennies. But it's not just the metal that matters. Certain 1982 pennies feature rare minting errors that can dramatically increase their value. For example, some coins have doubling in the date or lettering, while others may have been struck on the wrong planchets. These errors make the coins unique and highly desirable among collectors. In the world of numismatics, rarity and uniqueness are the ultimate currency, and the 1982 penny has both in spades. Finding a valuable 1982 penny requires attention to detail. You'll need to carefully inspect the coin's weight, date, and any possible errors. Copper pennies from 1982 weigh 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. If you're lucky enough to have a coin scale at home, you can weigh your pennies to determine their composition. But even without a scale, you can still identify valuable coins by looking for unusual characteristics or minting anomalies. Now, you might be wondering, how rare are these pennies, really? Well, millions of pennies were minted in 1982, but the vast majority were zinc. Copper pennies from this year, especially those in pristine, uncirculated condition, are far less common. Add in the possibility of minting errors, and you have a coin that's not just rare but also highly collectible. Collectors and dealers are constantly on the lookout for these treasures, and their value has skyrocketed in recent years. While most 1982 pennies are only worth their face value, the right coin in the right condition can command an astonishing price at auction. And as time goes on, coins from this era in exceptional condition are becoming even harder to find, making them all the more valuable. So, what's the magic number? How much could a single 1982 penny be worth? If you have a rare variety of this coin in uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a unique minting error, it could be worth a jaw-dropping $47,000. Yes, you heard that right, $47,000 for a penny. That's the kind of discovery that could turn a forgotten coin into a life-changing find. So, the next time you're sorting through your pocket change or revisiting an old coin collection, keep an eye out for the 1982 penny. You never know, you just might strike gold, or in this case, copper. Top 4, we're turning our attention to an unassuming coin that most people might overlook, a United States 1-cent coin from 1990. At first glance, it may seem like just another ordinary penny, but this particular coin has a story that could make it worth far more than its face value. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might discover that a single penny from 1990 could be worth an astonishing amount of money. To fully appreciate the value of the 1990 penny, let's first take a step back in time. The year 1990 was a fascinating moment in American history. George H.W. Bush was serving as president, the Cold War was coming to an end, and the United States was beginning to emerge as the world's dominant superpower. Meanwhile, in the world of coinage, the Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, was still going strong as one of the most iconic coins in American history. By 1990, the Lincoln cent had been in production for over 80 years, cementing its place as a familiar and trusted piece of currency. The penny featured the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that remains one of the most enduring in U.S. coinage history. On the reverse side, the Lincoln Memorial design, introduced in 1959, symbolized the nation's enduring admiration for one of its greatest presidents. But what makes the 1990 penny particularly interesting is not just its history but the specific circumstances that make some of these coins exceptionally valuable today. While billions of 1-cent coins were minted in 1990, a small number of these pennies have characteristics that set them apart from the rest, turning a coin worth just 1 cent into a collector's dream worth thousands of dollars. The key to the value of the 1990 penny lies in its condition and the possibility of unique minting errors. Collectors prize coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition, coins that were never used in daily transactions and remain as sharp and flawless as the day they were minted. These coins are rare because most pennies are used regularly, suffering scratches, wear, and discoloration over time. Finding a 1990 penny in perfect condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. Even more exciting are the rare minting errors that can appear on some 1990 pennies. Minting errors occur during the production process and can result in unique and highly collectible coins. For example, some 1990 pennies might feature a doubled die error, where the design appears duplicated or shifted. Others may have been struck off-center, or they could show anomalies in the lettering or date. These imperfections make the coins one-of-a-kind, which significantly increases their value in the world of coin collecting. One of the most famous minting errors associated with the 1990 penny is the missing mintmark variety. Typically, pennies minted in Philadelphia do not feature a mintmark, while those produced in Denver or San Francisco carry a D or S mintmark, respectively. However, certain 1990 pennies struck in error may lack the expected mintmark or have other unusual variations, making them particularly valuable to collectors. So, how can you tell if your 1990 penny is worth more than just 1 cent? The first thing to check is its condition. If your penny appears almost brand new, with no visible scratches, discoloration, or signs of wear, it might be uncirculated. Next, inspect the coin closely for any unusual features, such as doubling, off-center strikes, or missing details. A magnifying glass or coin loupe can be incredibly helpful for spotting these small but significant details. If you think you found a rare or valuable 1990 penny, it's worth having it professionally graded and authenticated. Coin grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, can assess the condition and rarity of your coin, giving you a clear idea of its potential value. Coins that receive high grades from these services are highly sought after by collectors and can fetch impressive prices at auctions. While most 1990 pennies are worth just their face value, the right coin in the right condition, or with a rare minting error, can command extraordinary prices. Over the years, collectors have paid significant sums for exceptional examples of 1990 pennies, making this one of the most intriguing coins to search for in your spare change. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for. How much could a 1990 penny actually be worth? If you're fortunate enough to have a rare variety of this coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a unique minting error, it could be valued at an incredible $43,000. Yes, you heard that right, $43,000 for a single penny. That's the kind of discovery that could turn an ordinary piece of pocket change into a life-changing find. So, the next time you're sorting through your coins or revisiting an old collection, take a closer look at your 1990 pennies. You never know, you might just be holding on to a hidden treasure. Top 5 and last coin, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of a coin that might seem ordinary but could be worth an extraordinary amount of money, the United States 1-cent coin from 1986. This little penny might just be hiding in your pocket, your piggy bank, or an old coin jar, waiting to be discovered. By the end of this video, you'll learn why a 1986 penny could fetch an astonishing amount and how you can identify one that's worth far more than just a cent. To fully appreciate the potential of the 1986 penny, let's set the stage and go back in time to the mid-1980s. The year 1986 was a pivotal time in American history. Ronald Reagan was serving his second term as president, the Cold War was nearing its end, and the U.S. economy was booming after recovering from the early 1980s recession. It was also the era of major technological advancements, with personal computers becoming more accessible and NASA's space program capturing the public's imagination. In the world of coinage, the 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln cent, remained one of the most iconic and widely circulated coins in American history. First introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the penny's design has stood the test of time. On one side, it features the famous profile of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has been in circulation for over a century. On the reverse side, in 1986, the Lincoln Memorial design was still in use, representing a symbol of unity, history, and national pride. But what makes the 1986 penny so special isn't just its iconic design, it's the story of its rarity and the unique characteristics that have turned it into a highly sought-after collector's item. While billions of pennies were minted in 1986, only a small fraction hold the kind of value that makes collectors willing to pay thousands of dollars for a single coin. The value of the 1986 penny comes down to a combination of factors: its condition, potential minting errors, and overall rarity. Let's start with the condition. Coins that have been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition are always more desirable to collectors. These coins have never been used in daily transactions, so they retain their original luster and detail, looking almost exactly as they did when they left the mint. Finding a 1986 penny in uncirculated condition can be a challenge, as most pennies from that era were used regularly and show the wear and tear of everyday use. Scratches, discoloration, and loss of detail can significantly lower the value of a coin. That's why collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that have been carefully stored and remain in perfect condition. Now, let's talk about minting errors, one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting. Minting errors occur during the production process and can create unique coins that are unlike any others in circulation. For 1986 pennies, Potential errors include double dies, where the design appears to be duplicated or slightly offset, off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, and even coins struck on the wrong planchet, which results in unusual shapes, sizes, or compositions. One of the most famous types of minting errors is the double die. This occurs when a coin is struck with a die that has been improperly prepared, causing some of the design elements, such as the date or lettering, to appear doubled. These errors are incredibly rare and instantly increase the value of a coin. Imagine finding a 1986 penny with a noticeable doubling in the date or the words, "In God We Trust." That coin could be worth a small fortune. Another key detail to watch for is the presence or absence of a mint mark. Mint marks indicate where a coin was produced, with D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and no mint mark for coins struck in Philadelphia. In some cases, coins with missing or misplaced mint marks become highly valuable because they represent unique minting anomalies. So, how can you identify a valuable 1986 penny? The first step is to closely inspect the coin's condition. If it looks almost brand new and has no visible scratches, discoloration, or wear, it might be in uncirculated condition. Next, examine the coin under magnification to look for unusual features like doubling, off-center strikes, or missing details. A magnifying glass or coin loupe is an essential tool for spotting these tiny but important details. If you believe you found a rare or valuable 1986 penny, it's worth having it professionally graded and authenticated by a trusted service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC. These services can assess the coin's condition, confirm its rarity, and provide an official grade that collectors trust when determining a coin's value. Now, for the question on everyone's mind, just how much could a 1986 penny be worth? While most 1986 pennies are worth only their face value, a rare variety in perfect condition, or one with a unique minting error, could fetch an extraordinary price at auction. If you're lucky enough to have a 1986 penny in uncirculated condition, and especially one with a rare error, it could be worth an unbelievable $44,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $44,000 for a single penny. Imagine turning something so small and overlooked into a life-changing discovery. It's proof that sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest value. So, the next time you're sorting through your spare change or digging into an old coin collection, take a closer look at your 1986 pennies. You never know, you just might be holding on to a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare and valuable coins, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest discoveries. And let us know in the comments, do you have any 1986 pennies in your collection? We'd love to hear your stories and help you uncover the hidden gems hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting.